So we would start here and it would just burn all the way around, nice and slow. Guys, we're going to be doing Weber setup day, right? So this is how I set up my grill. Several different ways we're going to show you. And yeah, easy schmeezy, guys. Let's get right to it. Guys, we're going to start with the most important thing, safety, right? You want to close your grill down, right? When you close your grill down, close everything up, close the bottom vents all the way down. This is after you finish making your hamburgers or whatever you're cooking, right? And then the next morning or the next day or 3 days later, you have charcoals left over. This is the safest way to dispose of your charcoals. Don't go messing with them afterwards. Don't go messing with them 3 hours later, because you don't want to burn your house down. So let them cool completely. I got some gloves, right? And let's take this out. And then I just go ahead and knock down any ash that I have in here. Right? And I'll just go ahead and remove this, move to the side, just so you guys could see. And then I go ahead, and then I'm going to go ahead and lock our blades back and forth to knock our soot down inside of the catch basket down there. All right, some of these larger pieces, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. Just grab some of these. They don't seem to want to go down in the basket. Knock some of these down. All right, guys, and that's it, right? All of this you can knock down if you want to. But I'm going to say there's no need for that unless you're completely cleaning the grill. All right, guys, let's do the vents on the bottom real quick. This is full open. This is open all the way. Now, when you're smoking, right, you're going to go ahead and close this down and let in and let out as much air as you want. So that's closed, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and open it up. When you open it up a quarter like that, you're probably setting your grill up to be around 250 to 300 degrees. All right, guys, and this is something that I would do when I'm going to go ahead and smoke something slowly, or I'm going to do a snake method, which we'll get to later. But just to show you where this is, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a look at the bottom of the grill. Okay, on the bottom of this grill, you'll see these holes here, right? This is closed. This is our handle to open and close the vents, right? So you guys, every time you start to use your grill, you'll learn your grill, right? You'll know exactly where to put your vent to get to 350. So we move this around, right? So we move it there. Guys, we're open all the way, right? If we put it right here, I call it like the second hole right here. See where we are, second hole? Guys, we're right there. So that's about where I use it to cook about 350. All right, guys, so let's say I'm getting ready to come out and I'm going to grill some chicken. I have my leftover charcoals left over, right? And this is what I'm doing, guys. I'm using the same ones that are here, and I'm going to put over to the side. I'll put our charcoals over here to one side, right? So we have a hot zone and we have a cold zone, right? And this way, if we want to grill hot, we can grill hot, and our chicken starts to burn, we can pull it over to the cool side. Now, I'll also add more charcoal, right? And then, of course, when I end my cook, we'll probably end up with something like this. All right, guys, so let's talk about fuel, right? This is what I use. I use a Kingsford Professional, right? Costco always has these on sale at the beginning of summer or the beginning of spring. And I buy up 6 or 7 bags of this, and that'll last me the whole summer plus a little bit more. So this is what I use. Guys, I know this is upside down, but I also will use lump charcoal, right? Now, you can get various brands of lump charcoal. This was on sale in Home Depot, so I grabbed it. But let me show you what it looks like. And guys, this is what it looks like, right? It's pieces of wood, right? that they make into charcoal. So this burns much hotter than briquettes. And let me get some briquettes for you. And this is what our Kingsford looks like, right? I'm pretty sure you've all seen this before, right? These burn more consistently. If I'm doing a snake method, I'm using this, guys. If I'm grilling hamburgers, or anything, I'll use some of these and some of these, right? I'll use these together. All right, guys, starting the snake method, right? We're gonna start with the snake method. This is a slow cook method, right? And it would start with just charcoal like this, guys. I usually line them up 2 by 2. 2 by 2, just like this, all the way around the grill. All right, guys, so this is how we would start here, and it would just burn all the way around, nice and slow, right? And if it was winter time, I would go ahead and probably sit a couple of more right on top, just like this, because it's way colder outside. And if it's really cold, I'm going with 4 across the top like that. If it's really cold outside. But guys, it is springtime right now, so we don't need to do that. And what I'll do is I'll just bunch up a whole bunch right here like this, right? And then I'll put my fire starter, put a fire starter in there. And guys, it's like the fire starter, and our coals will burn all the way around, just like that. So guys, that's the snake method, right? Easy schmeezy. All right, guys, so another method we could do, right, is we can just go ahead and pile all our charcoals up on the side here. What's up? And then guys, we would go ahead with our fire starter. This is the one I use. I bought a box of this and it's lasted me about a year. And I'll just put my fire starter right here, just like that. And I give it a light, guys. And I would give it a light. Once the fire starter does its job, it will start to slowly burn across the charcoal, guys. And then you got pretty much the same thing as the snake method, except you got a bunch of charcoal. Now, as you go, as I'm looking at this, this might be a little bit too much. So I probably back off a little bit and probably take this around just a little bit more. And guys, that's it. Light a fire here, and it'll slowly start to burn across. And that's when we use our fire management, right? And we take our vents and we use our vents to open and close on the top and the bottom to regulate the fire, right? And guys, that's it. Charcoal's to one side, light the fire starter, and it'll start to slowly burn across. And of course, you know, you would go ahead and put your wood chunks on just like this. All right, guys, and now you're smoking, right? And this is Mystique. Got it out of Home Depot. And this is exactly what I would do. It burns across nice and slow. You get to make your ribs, your chicken. You know, slow cook. We're talking 3-4 hours, guys. All right, guys, up next is the Weber baskets. Up next is the Weber baskets, guys. You can put them on the side, right? You can put them in the middle. Guys, these are versatile. This is all you really need. So this is all you really need, guys. If I was going to like make some grilled chicken, I'd put the chicken on the outside and load this up in the middle. You could do it that way. Or we can do what we're doing here, but have it more controlled inside the baskets. So let's take these off. Hi guys, so the next method would be set all your charcoals to the side just like that. Put in your fire starter, right? And then that'll start, that'll burn across. You put your wood chunks in. Put your wood chunks in just like that, guys. And this will start to burn nice and slowly across. And guys, we got a rotisserie, right? So that would go there, right? Our baskets are here on either side, right? So we would light them. We put our spick in, just like that. And then the chicken would sit on top here. Right, so let's just turn this, right? So I'll put a pan down in the middle, down at the bottom here. We'll light either side, right? Guys, I'm gonna light both baskets. Put our chicken here on the top, and guys, this will spin around. Easy schmeezy, right? That's a nice setup. All right, guys, same method, right? Same method, different tool. This is a slow and sear, guys, right? it just sits off on the side here, just like that. And then you fill it with charcoals. Now you should fill it all the way to the top, right? And then you put water inside here, right? It helps keep your food moist, right? And then again, you would just go ahead and put your fire starter, right? Give you guys a better view. You would go ahead and put your fire starter here. Again, it would burn slowly across. Guys, this is for smoking. Again, we would put wood chunks. You know, you could put some, right? And I was smoking some ribs, right? And again, you start here, it'll burn across. You use your vents on the bottom, you use your vent on the top. And guys, you're smoking, right? You're gonna try and keep this around 250 to 300 degrees. And guys, this does a good job of it. So there's several different types, right? But this is the one I have. I had it for years. So again, it burns across nice and slow. All right, guys, we got our Weber, right, heat controller, right? It has a baffle that goes between the bottom and the top of the grill. So it kind of sits just like this, right? And you start a fire and it goes around. But let me show you guys something. All right, so guys, let me just get this to the middle of our grill, like so. And guys, of course, you put this all the way around, and this is what you got. You put your little wood chunks. Give you guys a better picture of this. Guys, you put your fire starter. It starts to burn slowly all the way across, just like that, right? Just like our snake method, right? Except we're putting the baffle on top. You light it, and it burns all the way across, guys. For some reason, this just works. I mean, this will hold a steady 250 to 300 degrees really easy. And I use this, guys, all the time, as you can see. All right, guys, and we're gonna just go over one last method, because this does two different things, right? So you could slow cook, right? With the charcoals underneath, just like that. We remove the baffle, and we put all our charcoals in the center here. You fill it up all the way, right? And guys, this becomes like a volcano. I mean, this thing gets super, super hot. And if you put some chicken on the outside of this, guys, you'll have chicken wings done in no time flat. They'll be crispy. They'll be delicious. This is like a volcano, guys. So, yeah, guys, this is what you want to use. Because anything that you put on here is going to be so hot, you'll warp your regular grates, right? And then there's also a cast iron, right, plate that you could put on top, so if you want to sear. So I put my chicken on the outside just like this. Guys, it'll come out like fried chicken. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's pretty much it. We'll actually put some of these uses into effect in other videos, but I just wanted to get a starter video going. Yeah, guys, let me know how you like it. Guys, hopefully I explained it properly. Those are the methods that I use to light our grill, and I'll have other videos using those methods. So guys, that's it. Please like, subscribe, and come back. Yeah, please. Thank you.